Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done.
To be just everything to be my own true love. If this is a dream, let me keep on dreaming.
I'm Lieutenant Gorobet.
Until the moment we met, I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. If this is a dream, let me keep on dreaming. Where have you been all my life? I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. Came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you, knocked on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lannius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. Moving on. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Boyd's in there with the prisoner right now. Boy, is she hit.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? That may be the worst kept secret on the base. I'd be more surprised if you had proof he wasn't involved in criminal activity. But if you have proof, you're the envy of every MP stationed here. What'd you find? Little bastard. I'm sure some of those find their way into the hands of our enemies, too. All right, thanks for telling me. I'm gonna have him rounded up. Pretty impressive work there. Wish I could keep you around. But for helping me nail this guy, I think you should have a little keepsake. Here. It's not contraband, but I confiscated it from Contreras last week because he was being smarmy and I was sick of his bullshit.
And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore
Yeah,
me.
so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
So you're... Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him.
And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. This just in.
Well, I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There are some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination. I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Play it again, my Johnny.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant.
Fine by me.
I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny.
I was just thinking about it.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
Johnny Guitar.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll
What did you
pass.
say?
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
What if
I love
you're
how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
like the one they call Johnny Guitar?
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers. No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead. I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust. You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place. No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is. You don't have to do this. If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of the lead as I see it. I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination, I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely. I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command. I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire crumble.
Smile such as yours
What?
warms an old
What do you mean?
implacable heart such as mine.
No, you slimy bastard! Nothing except change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion. The camp and everyone in it will burn.
So on guard, who knows
All
what
that
the
shouting.
fates have
Honestly,
in
Silas,
store.
you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Mysterious
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Silas.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Silas. Carry on.
Lieutenant, you don't have to do this. If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers.
Welcome back to the program.
I haven't breathed.
This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. It's just about time to get you some news. The death toll.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Been in love with a celebrity.
Yep, see you around.
To be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you a bitter first week.
But must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first affair. Will it employ this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the boy. Mad about
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the colonel. If it's good news, better involve some dead fiends. That right? You killed one of the psychopaths on my shit list? Let me see the scumbag's head. God damn it, that's violent, all right. You made me one happy son of a bitch, you know that? Here, this is the bounty I put on our head. It's yours. Think you can take down another one of these scumbags? Up to you. But I can trust you to do the job, and I hate to see you walk away. You killed another one. Let me have a look at the head. Yeah, that's good cook. Ugh, did he always smell like this? Before he was dead? And the fiends let this guy touch the food? Well, this is payback for at least one of my troopers. She'll be glad to know he's dead. Here's your caps. That's 2 psychopaths dead. If you can bring down the 3rd, there's bonus in it for you. You've got some guts, I'll give you that. And if I one tough son of a bitch, let him get close, and he'll take your head off. My advice is this. Talk to Lieutenant Gorbets. He's in charge of Alpha Team, 1st Recon, the snipers. If you're lucky, you can lure a Nefai into the open, and the sharpshooters can bring him down. You bring me the head, you'll still get me. It's a better bet than trying to take Nefai one-on-one, but it's your call. Out in the yard, only thing he hasn't had is will and eat. Don't have enough troops to order anyone down the fence. Not more, anyway.
I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number 2 was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hope for all, I waited for you, knock on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. Here are our top stories. Tension brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and a large number of NCR squatters.
One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors... Right.
He added he didn't want to see the NCR in ghetto and called for a mass quote, return to sender. In other news, unconfirmed reports say NCR General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together, don't you? You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination, and especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice pals along the way.
I'm usually good with faces. I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp Karen? You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farmer's doing best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down on necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. Yeah, on top of everything else, I kicked him a patrol on a bathroom break without being able to some word they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when they grab your hands. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as an elite. I'd like to have absolute rest in my end, but it's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill in.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily on.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Oh, ain't you glad?
Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under radar around here.
Whoever our mole is, he's been slick. Whenever one of the MPs get too close, he changes his habits. Or lastly, went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start talking to people with a lot of eyes and feel. People like Lieutenant Boy, or Sergeant Contreras. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Give me a prize for any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of men killed. I'm just trying to return a favor.
Hey, it's Mr. New Vegas letting you know I've got a new Christmas compilation coming out soon. Nuclear Winter Wonderland. Look for it on holotape. More news for you. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. One more story for you. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Langus, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9 tenths. And you thought your boss was a pain. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prem. Prem, the other New Vegas. More classic coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Fancy meeting you here, friend. Just rolling along on my spurs. Looks like I just might make it to New Vegas after all. Yep. Guess it's just down to you and Fancy Pants. I wouldn't worry about him. He looks all hat and no cattle, if you ask me. Yep. This is getting mighty embarrassing. People gonna start to talk. Look me up when you get to New Vegas. I'll buy the first round.
When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
You look like someone in need of a reliable supplier.
You saw me standing alone.
You mean other than some stranger with no military ID interrogating me inside our base? Did Boyd put you up to this? I'm so sick of this harassment. You tell her to stop wasting my time with this bullshit. No, I haven't seen anything suspicious. It's been business as usual.
You heard me say
Take your pick.
someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart.
Yes, what is it?
Without a love of my own.
You're back. Now, what kind of MP would I be if I didn't notice anything suspicious? I've had soldiers go AWOL, break-ins, thefts, you name it. Maybe break-in.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world ends. Heartache number three was when
Yes, what is it? No? What happened? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse than anyone expected. There could be others, too. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this. I'll make sure you receive the credit you deserve. Bye.
But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. In addition, Prem formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
Loading public appeasement oration. Complete. Howdy, citizens. How about a yee-haw for law and order in the fine town of Error? Token not found.
Boy, the Mojave Wasteland is just a fascinating place, isn't it? You never know what's going to happen next. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination. And especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you? I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner. Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran.
got spurs that jingle, jangle,
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Riding merrily
as I
along.
go riding merrily along.
Oh, ain't you glad
And they
to
sing,
single?
oh, ain't you glad
And
to
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song
wrong.
ain't so very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell, 'cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle,
I got spurs that jingle, jangle,
as I
jingle.
go riding merrily
as I
along.
go riding merrily
They
along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad
And they
to
sing,
single?
oh, ain't you glad
And
to
that
single?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song
wrong.
Guests are flocking to the strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. In other news, traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. You know they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight.
heavenly stars. Spangled night, we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey.
Sleep, go to sleep. Just lay down your weary head. Dream, sweetly dream. Dream about tomorrow instead. Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby tune. Dream, sweetly dream. Swinging with the man in the moon. Why don't you go and take it slow? And don't you know all your lovely dreams will come true? So just close your eyes. Listen to a sweet lullaby. Sleep, softly sleep, and let the world go by.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin? All right. Straight to the point. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their good. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of your...
Did Dr. Hildern, this really isn't any of my business, but did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything, I know that, but you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Right. Good luck.
Talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her like the fella once said. Ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs? As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. Thank you. Was there something else? It's been a pleasure.
If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. More news for you. The Helios 1 solar power plant remains dormant despite NCR's effort to reactivate the facility. The chief scientist at the plant vowed to fix the problem, blaming it on an atmosphere of, quote, severe underappreciation. Also, Good Springs has fended off a mob of escaped convicts after organizing an impromptu militia. This according to an old man armed to the teeth with dynamite. Mojave? Mo problems. Am I right? Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend.
Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first. The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
Silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the
Talk to you later.
You know, I tried to measure my charisma on a Vitomatic vigor tester once. The machine burst into flames.
Submit your credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the game. Trespassers will be shot. Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
Soul continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. The news has been brought to you by the Vicky and Vance account. Vicky and Vance, be our partners in crime. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Howdy, partner. You come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. Sorry, Rambler. I know you're fixing to serve up some vengeance, but I'm gonna have to point you to the lucky 38 folks. Mr. House, the head honcho of New Vegas, is itching to make your acquaintance. He'll help you serve that cold dish of yours extra chili. Yeah, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting.
Hey there, friend. Bit of advice. You look like you could use some protection. Lucky for you, I got what you need. My stock in trade? All kinds of easy-to-hide weapons for slipping into and out of casinos. They won't give you a second glance. Things guard can't spot when they're patting you down or checking for iron at your hip. Take a look at...
Like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
I'll sit.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. Where to, partner?
Like the one they call
Penthouse 4.
Johnny Guitar.
Well, hello, sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office. Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. You'll get a reward, of course. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38, you might even find it. You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and put it with the rest of the collection.
Enjoy all the Vegas Strip has to offer.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally, and I suspect figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see? Of course you haven't. Vegas always was one of a kind. What you see down on the Strip is just a fraction of the city's former glory, and yet, more than an echo, I preserved its spirit. Or perhaps you were referring to the Lucky 38? The years haven't been kind to her, but still she manages to impress. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough.
Dream about tomorrow instead. Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby.
My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that?
Take it slow. And don't you know, all your lovely dreams will come true. So just close your eyes, listen to a sweet lullaby. Sleep softly, sleep, and let the world go by.
Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
You're also great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. And now the news. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in a ski lodge to the northwest.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to comp you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the dates, partner. They're plenty fancy.
Program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Where to, partner?
I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had
High roller,
turned
sweet.
to gold. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart. Without a love of my own. Suddenly appeared before me, the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. This just in. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. Also in the headlines, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. That news was brought to you by the Tops Casino. You'll dig us, baby. We're the Tops. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Where to, partner?
Enjoy all the Vegas.
Hey, fella, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. Smooth and easy. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. Now, what in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello. The guy everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit. You want a reason? How about 4? They're called bodyguards, and every one of them is packing. Me too, so baby makes 5. Add to that, every chairman in this joint is armed, and not with some holdout pea shooter like maybe you smuggled through security. Anyhow, baby, you didn't come here for vengeance. You came to get clued in. What say you and me cash out? Go somewhere that's more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer. To start, I'll comp you the presidential, best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed. If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me. Don't get too close to Mr. Bank. Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're still living? House was on to me from word go? I thought I was being so clever. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
To the town of our
Look at me, a big leaguer, so I claim, making all the mistakes of an original loser. I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
You've got a crazy drop on me here, baby, that's for sure. If killing's what you came for, this would be the time. But baby, you'd be disappointing me.